all my loyal viewers, it's SwordHeartStudios back again, and this time doing a bit of a reaction but also a breakdown analysis to Knights of Guinevere's announcement for the full season getting greenlit. Yeah, I've been really excited for Knights of Guinevere getting a full season announcement, because for all you guys out there who've seen my reaction to the Knights of Guinevere pilot, you would know how much of a huge fan I was when seeing it, especially with it being a creation from Dana Terrace, the creator of the Owl House herself, as this being another major project of Dana's along with two of the Owl House's writers was really amazing to see for the pilot, and I've been really excited to see Knights of Guinevere get its full greenlit announcement, because I know there were people who were worried the fact that it wouldn't have gotten its full season announcement / getting greenlit, but I had hope the fact that it was going to get greenlit, because with how well the pilot did with over 15 million views, but with how well just the pilot itself was overall, especially with its story, its characters. Because I mean, how could it not get greenlit? As I'm very excited to see what's going to be in this announcement video, especially for the full season of Knights of Guinevere. Alright, so enough talk. It's time for us to get right to the video. And ready to roll in 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's do this. KOG, Park Planet? Don't know what the KOG means.
Excuse me! Do you know how to get to Park Planet?
Oh! Subtitles. Forgot that.
Do you know how to get to Park Planet?
Oh.
Does anyone know how to
Well,
get
that
to
dragon
Park
was
Planet?
definitely familiar.
I do. Just
Hey,
follow
Gwen.
along this magic song.
I really...
Don't be
Oh my god.
Don't be
I love how they're using a old cartoonish animation style for this. Oh. Yeah. Very, very bloody things going on in this announcement trailer. Gonna need to put a disclaimer on. Knights of Guinevere is officially greenlit. Ooh.
That's right. See you there.
Definitely some very dark things. Guinevere and Gwen. Oh. I was seeing that art. They're doing an art book. I love how gorgeous it looks. I love concept art books when taking a look at what a production went through before its final release. I am so getting that art book covered. Limited edition. I just want to get it all. It looks so amazing.
Come by a KOG store now. Sale excludes pilot art book.
Well, heck, I'm getting it before the sale ends. But this was a pretty nice greenlit announcement to see, especially giving us snippets for what to expect for the full series, being Glitch's first 2D animated show happening this year, and then its second 2D animated show getting its pilot in May, Game Over. Oh my gosh, but a lot to really go over when looking back into this. Well, aside from the cartoon bits, I think this bear is supposed to be Sparky, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this bear is definitely Sparky. Definitely playing it there on the design, especially with what Andy and Frankie faced in the pilot. Especially with Andy having to deal with the whole dragon fiasco in the pilot itself, because it's kind of some nice initial callbacks, especially being personified in this when taking a look, especially in this old-timey cartoon bits that they did for the announcement trailer. it's just really amazing to see what the team is going to be cooking up for this whole first season. Because we got a shot of Robot Gwen, which honestly, it does seem to be possibly from the second episode, if I'm not wrong. Maybe after they fix her, well, while Frankie and Andy are trying to fix her, because her eye does kind of shake while in the trailer a bit, having a bit of that shakiness. You see a bit of a segment between Frankie and Gwen, which makes me wonder if it's gonna be kind of a sequence in one of the episodes where it's kind of the personification of working at Park Planet, finally getting to work in the labs alongside Andy, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to be the goal overall, but more of a side goal in the full series. Since in the pilot, Andy did get fired. This does have me quite curious to see where it's gonna lead when seeing this. But also, this bit of kind of dark bit with Andy seeing quote-unquote strawberry jam, which makes me wonder if they're gonna be dealing with Sparky when Sparky doesn't get his end of the deal with the Guinevere android. With Sparky, he definitely shows how much he's kind of a, well, I would say, guy who deals in criminal affairs, but also has kind of a fatherly spot for Frankie. But we're definitely gonna be delving into some darker territory with the full series, especially when taking a look at this. Especially when seeing Andy, let me see, getting a bit more of a shot with Andy having blood on her in this shot. We also get a shot of Guinevere with blue blood on her face, which honestly kind of scares me to thinking what is gonna exactly happen with this scene. Is definitely gives me the chills, but I really like the dark tone that the series is gonna take. As we do get another shot of what seems to... Frankie does seem to be delving more in this one shot with her imaginary friends, her animal friends we see in the pilot, but also the park owner, Orville, which does make me wonder if more and more of that desire to work at Park Planet's going to build up in this series as the episodes roll on. Because Frankie is definitely an interesting character to see, especially during the pilot with her imaginary animal friends, but also when taking a look at her desire to work at Park Planet. Because I'm really excited to see what the story arc is going to be with Frankie once we get more episodes rolling. We do get a continuation from what we've seen with Andy with the blood, but also Sparky that does actually back up what I had stated previously with kind of the dark underdealings that Sparky deals with that was touched upon in the pilot that, man, we're definitely going to be seeing more of in this, as it is definitely going to be a crazy one when seeing this, especially since it's going to be legal things seem to be happening. But we also do get this one snippet of Andy as a child seeming to be punching something in this flashback sequence that does have me quite curious. Because with the pilot, I was really excited to see kind of getting more knowledge on Frankie and Andy as kids that we got, especially since seeing them sneak into the park as children. Just really try to win that crane game, as it makes me wonder if we're also going to see a bit more flashbacks in Knights of Guinevere with them as kids, with what really led them down their own paths, especially right here with what seems to be Andy having a bit of a crash out and getting really, really mad. Definitely feels like it's building on that way with what we see in this snippet. See some guard bots getting smoked bombed, and then, oh my gosh, Guinevere whacking Frankie with a ladle. Honestly, I'm kind of curious to see what leads to this little scene right here. Is, oh my gosh, that is okay, that is just insane. You do see the guard bot from Pilot itself also in this shot after when killed it in the pilot. It's pretty cool seeing the aftermath. When looking back on the pilot itself, it's amazing to see how they could have done a full-on fight scene with Gwen in the pilot, but chose not to, which is honestly even better when thinking about it, especially when thinking how past Glitch production shows have had dealing with these major fights at the end, which honestly, when taking a look at Knights of Guinevere being a bit different than that, especially showing how they're really saving it for more pivotal moments in the series, is what makes it really good. But it does make me wonder if this is security coming in to see the aftermath of what happened, especially after Andy, Frankie, and Gwen left. It is going to be crazy to see, but also Olivia learning the fact of that Gwen isn't going to be captured again so easily, as we do see what appears to be Sparky's hand possibly giving drugs to one of his clients, or rather called exotics in this universe. In this other shot after, we get to see what seems to be Frankie in this dreamlike state, hooked up to a cord, which is honestly very creepy, but also it's just very crazy to see the dark undertones this series is really gonna be taking. Especially if it leads into the dream sequences I've talked about earlier on in this. Especially with that one scene of Frankie getting whacked by Guinevere with a ladle. Because the border itself matches perfectly to that with what we've seen previously, and it makes me wonder if it's what's gonna lead towards it. Also, another border effect, storybook border effect, with Guinevere showing Andy her planet, well, what seems to be her homeland. Gang, we do get a shot of Sparky again, looking pretty angry. That makes me, because it's also backing up the fact that Andy and Frankie aren't going to be giving Gwen to him so easily, especially after she's fixed and learning the dark truths of Park Planet, which honestly is going to be kind of scary to see what's going to go down, especially when dealing with the fact that he's not going to be able to hand over Gwen to his clients. But we do also get this little snippet of what could be Gwen's eye looking at her reflection of Guinevere before it does break. But this just about does it for Knights of Guinevere's full season announcement, as I'm really hyped for seeing this series, because as you guys know, I do like dark undertone series, but also dark/horror series. As seeing just how Dana and the crew are really doing it up for this has got me so hyped to see what's going to be in store, especially once we get the next episode, which is going to be so epic. But as you guys do know, with the full season announcement, we do gotta close it out with new merch. Look at all that. Heck, we got the art of the pilot book, Knights of Guinevere limited edition hardcover. I am definitely gonna be picking this up once, but I'm definitely gonna be picking this up after this video, because getting the limited hardcover edition, because this is special, especially when seeing how much heart the crew put into this. I mean, just look at all that. Especially with the exclusive sticker pack. Looking at the other products, it's just really awesome to see. Because the Dreaming Court pin set, a direct reference to Knights of Guinevere's end credits with Andy, Gwen, and Frankie sleeping, which looks honestly really beautiful, but nice to see Glitch expanding out more in their pins art style with 2D. Because they did something similar with this for Lackadaisy, and I do have the pins to show as being evident of this, with the very good quality and art style on them that you can see right here. We also got the Guinevere necklace. That looks pretty cool with the 2D art style. Gwen plush keychain, Frankie plush keychain, Andy plush keychain, the Park Planet mug, also known as AKA the Royal Chalice, and as the description states, yes, we realize the irony of making this mug, but people kept asking for it, so here you go. And oh my gosh, it looks awesome! Now this I would be wanting to add to my coffee mug collection. Whew, a nice little detail right there, especially for people who don't like Park Planet in the in-universe lore. Also, the M7 jacket. Dream jacket for a dream job on a dream planet in a dream park. M7 jacket is perfect for keeping warm and toughing it out as you serve your princess and or hang out with Frankie. Your choice, really. Oh, so cool. Didn't get any more Animates figurines though, because I seen in the Gaslight District's full season announcement that Mel did get one, but I understand if Glitch is wanting to wait until we get more episodes before doing ones of Frankie and Andy, but also other characters in Knights of Guinevere, which is going to be pretty awesome to see. And I know I keep saying the phrase, but you know, it's just me. Once we get the full series. But I really can't wait for the next episode. It's going to be awesome to see what's going to be going down. Since we know that Andy and Frankie haven't repaired Gwen yet, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they do in the next episode. Which only time will tell. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the Knights of Guinevere announcement trailer for the full season announcement, but also what you guys think is going to happen in the next episode of Knights of Guinevere, because it's probably going to be a little bit of a wait for the next episode, but hopefully we'll get it very soon, by the summer. But this is where we're going to end it. And like always, if you guys like this video, make sure to smash that subscribe button for more awesome Knights of Guinevere content, but also make sure to click that notification bell down below to not miss my latest video for when Knights of Guinevere episode 2 releases, as I'm very excited to do a reaction video for the next episode. But I'm SwordHeartStudios, and I'll see you guys all next time. Take care everyone, see you later.